Good evening. I did not get that transition as smooth as I would have liked. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. How are we doing? You can see what the title is. Happy Monday, everybody. If you caught my Sunday roast recap of Double Impact yesterday with Rivers, you know how excited I am to be talking to this man. I am without any further delay. I'm going to bring in straight on to hear what he's got to say. Introducing to the stream, Kid Chaos. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me. How is everybody?
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Obviously, coming off of the back of Double Impact this weekend, your battle pairing up with Arsonal in the 2-on-2 against B Dot and Real Sick. Incredible performance. You already know you are one of my favorite battlers. I was really looking forward to this one. I predicted a win for you and Arsonal, and I did not imagine how it was going to go down. How you feeling after that performance?
I feel good. I feel great. It feels good to kind of come back after the fans didn't really appreciate or weren't too receptive, to what I did against Danny. To then kind of come back and then have such a, impactful, not no pun intended, but have such an impact performance, on that card. This is the first time they've ever done something like that. So for me to kind of be the one that's was probably the most doubted out of all the teams. Our team was probably the most doubted as far as like we don't know how it's going to work, and the least,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, excited for people to then, in a lot of people's opinion, have the best performance of the night. One of the top, two or three. That was a great feeling. Definitely a great feeling.
Yeah, no, for sure. What was it? You were predicted, it was on the URL poll, 20%
20%.
chance of success. Yeah, I did a predictions where I was one of four people and I was the only one who had you. I think there might have even been someone who had you losing 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about your chemistry, about what you and Arsenal matching up. And I think because B Dot and Sick have got such similar styles, such a sort of similar flow and rhyme pattern, it was almost sort of, a given that their chemistry
Yeah.
would be there, or at least that, the material would sync well. I
Yeah.
think with you and Arsenal, it was sort of like, it was an unknown quantity. So you got a lot of doubt. What was your relationship like with Arsenal before teaming up with him?
This is the thing. I want to just speak to the chemistry thing. A lot of people, I think, sometimes confuse what chemistry truly means. Chemistry, honestly, it doesn't mean nothing about how you perform. It's how you guys interact as people.
Yeah.
Are y'all two people? And the first time me and Ars kicked it, we laughing, joking, drinking, like the chemistry as far as like relating to him and being cool, instant. So the
Yeah.
first time we kicked it, I knew, oh, we're gonna be dope. We're gonna be dope because the rapping shit is the easier part. To be honest, like I was worried in my mind, like, man, I gonna be with bruh. He gonna be on some wild extra shit the whole time. I ain't gonna be able to kick it with him. We ain't gonna be able to mesh. Bro is like cool as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? A solid dude. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody I can learn from. He really dropped it. Like the first time he kicked it, dropping gems. Like he was an open book. You know what I'm saying? Like any question
Yeah.
had about business or anything, he's answering. He's
And was this before Double Impact? This was just
before.
when you met him,
Yep.
just for the fact. Okay, that's
We were
dope.
just kicking it, like, because I didn't meet him until we had got announced to battle. Like, well, didn't really kick it with him. First time I ever seen him in person was when I battled Saga. He was there for that. It was the first time he ever saw me. That was the first time
Oh,
ever.
so that was sort of, what was that? Earlier this year, late last year?
That was December.
Okay,
Just,
wow.
just happened. It was the first time really seeing me. He heard my name, but he's a busy dude. He's one of those guys. So it's like
Sure.
really into like really listening, getting the app and trying to keep up. So pulled up to that event. Just so happened that was one of my crazier performances. And he's like, yo, whoever that is, he's like, he did an interview with John. He was like, I hadn't seen that much potential since like Twerk. in his, you know what I'm saying, his eyes, in his opinion, he was like, since Twerk, he hadn't seen somebody who he saw him and instantly was like, nah, he gonna be one of them ones. And you know,
Yeah.
so then he requested, because it's supposed to be JC and I. Originally, that's what they asked me about, was me and JC. And then they called me back and was like, we got a call from Arsonal. He wants you to be his partner. What's up? I'm like, yeah, that's shit. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm with it. And then, like I said, I know I'm kind of going around about, but
No, please do.
But to answer the question, so then when I got to actually kick it with him, and we're talking, like I said, about the chemistry and all that, we're like, the rapping, and we're both rappers, regardless of I write differently, you know, how I structure, we both care about patterns and rapping and stuff like that. Even though I'm very unorthodox, some people say it sound like I'm doing poetry at times. I go in and out of flows. I'm real unorthodox saying that, but it's like I'll still go in and out of flow patterns or whatever the case may be. And he is a flow pattern motherfucker, bro. Like have and go crazy. So it's like all we do is really take those attributes and mesh them. I kept telling every interview I did, I kept saying, you have people in them who have the same superpower. Great. They are amazing, but they have the same superpower.
Yeah.
Then you have
not bringing anything different.
We have certain similarities. Like we both can get energetic and both know how to perform and stuff like that. But we have separate superpowers as far as how we go about writing our shit. So combining that, it's like I knew in my mind, I was like, it's going to, like, I don't know what people are thinking in my mind as far as how 2 and 2s go, because look at DNA and K-Shine. They do not similarly battle anything alike when they're doing their individual thing, but they're one of the best 2 and 2s ever because they're actually cool and they play off each other's strengths and weaknesses. That's literally what makes a great 2 and 2. That is what makes a dope team.
Absolutely right.
The same at all. Lux and Hollow do not battle the same at all. And that's one of my favorite 2 and 2 performances because they played off each other's strengths and weaknesses and built that.
And like you say, that chemistry was there, that relationship between them, like it is with DNA and K-Shine, so that even when you've got sort of completely different ways of delivering, it still looks like one synchronized performance because you've got that tie still.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so it was initially supposed to be JC. Why didn't that go down?
Because it was kind of like a up to me type thing. And it wasn't like I was against JC. That JC is amazing, bro. And we had a battle where general consensus, most people think I lost. Like, he went crazy.
Yeah, it was a great battle.
I was just thinking from a branding kind of point of view. And then also, like, man, like, the way it was kind of brought to me was just like, yo, this is Arsonal. You know what I'm saying? This is the card, you know, type thing. And then, you know, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. You know, my thing is I never have people I want to battle, never people I want to team up with. I'm really kind of like hey, if it makes sense and it's gonna raise my stock and get me a bigger bag, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? They could call me. What you think about teaming up with Twerk? Is it more money? Is it a good opportunity? All right, let's do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I get down, you know. So when they offered it, I was, like I said again, I was so excited when they said JC, like, oh, that's crazy. This JC is gonna be lit. But again, the same thing when they Arsonal, I'm like, yo, all right, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
And so the two of you wrote this in what, 11 days, is it?
And we had linked up the week before my Danny battle and didn't do any writing because I had a Danny thing coming up.
Sure.
Like, I couldn't really, you know, focus. You know, he was like, so honestly, he was kind of chill. He was like, yo, listen, let's just kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, just build on the rapport and we can work on it after the Danny. After Danny called me, listen, good shit, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
A busy dude. So we're writing bars to each other, sending them back and forth and sending notes and stuff, but we never really locked in until last weekend. I pulled up and he's like, bro, we got to get to this shit. Like, we got all these bars. We got to start. So Friday, we're talking on the phone. We're organizing how we want to go. And then that Saturday, we write the entire second round. Last Saturday, we write the entire second together. And then the third round, we start on it and still didn't finish it. So then because I had to leave. So I go back home and then we just talk the week. And we finished the third round Friday before the battle. And
that's insane.
We're going to do the third round. And then, you know, go in there Saturday and go off.
So the first time you sort of practiced the whole thing from start to finish would have been that Friday, you know, hours before the end of the day, maybe.
Before the face-off was our first time ever rapping together, actually. First time.
Wow.
Yep.
That's insane. And yeah, it's you couldn't tell from looking at the performance, because it was yeah, you two were so in sync. The chemistry was there, the performance elements, that's it. The performance looked not rehearsed, because it didn't look as though you would, it didn't look over rehearsed or rehearsed. It looked very natural, but a sort of natural, a naturalness that can only come from practicing something so many times, or just literally some of those things are you just doing that on the spot. It's what's coming naturally. It looks like to us it's rehearsed movements, but actually no, you're freestyling even your sort of synchronicity.
3 things we were going to do. Maybe 3 things we rehearsed. All right, we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
All the rest of it, I watched it back and I was surprised. Like, that's so crazy how we just kind of, I knew where he would kind of want to stand, so I could see myself adjusting to how he was, just to kind of make certain. It's like we didn't practice a lot of that shit.
That's insane.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Natural that shit happened.
It looks so natural. It looks so fluid. It really looks so fluid. But like I say, a naturalness that it didn't look like you were making it up on the spot, but it looked like, you rehearsed so well that you were, you were together.
Don't get me wrong. Once we did get together, we rehearsed like for hours, going over and over and over and over. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we were just like, oh, we just going, but it's just, we just couldn't really find the time to really lock in until like it kind of got a lot closer. And so it's just like, once we got together, we rehearsed it so much. I think we started kind of pause, but feeling out what the other one was going to do. When the time came, we still didn't even put all our aggression, all our energy to it, because you're going to get tired doing that for hours. So we just kind of like went over and just kind of walking through everything numerous times. So to get on stage and, like I said, see how it looked, it was like, that's crazy how we just kind of added stuff in a moment, stuff I didn't know he was going to do. And then he does it. And I'm like, that played so well. You know what I'm saying? That you did like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What is it that you learned from Arsonal sort of throughout the whole process, whether in writing, performing, or anything in general, just from the process?
Definitely, it would be making my writing somewhat more concise. You know? Because I like, listen, we said it on Hip Hop Is Real and stuff like that, and I'm sure he's gonna talk about it more. And I like being honest. I sent him a few bars, like so many bars.
I saw that.
Yeah, and he'll be like, he'll call me, because he wouldn't want to just like text it and seem like he was just being an asshole. He'll call me and be like, listen, bro, that's fire, but you're overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? You overlaid. He's like, this part and this part where you start taking it in when this, he's like, it's not unnecessary. He's like, it's a crazy, but it's just unnecessary to get your point across, to make the punch hit. Take that out, take that out. And of course, some of them might be like, bro, listen, bro, whatever. And we'll compromise, we'll be halfway or whatever. So it's just dope how that would happen. And also, he would send me bars, and it's like the initial, the flow pattern or whatever, what he was saying was dope. And I might think of something like, bro, well, what if you added that in? And he'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely on my end, it was a lot of making things a little more like, honestly, if anybody who's heard me from Street Hymns and then go up to Saga, I had already learned how to trim the fat, how to kind of make it more concise. But I think for the 2-on-2 and then I still have that habit of at times overdrawing out a kind of thought rather than kind of just getting it out the way and just kind of moving on to something else. Because my thing in my mind is like, if I can show you all the different ways it ties in and the multiple ways this entendre makes it, I would love to illustrate that. That's kind of my, and kind of working with him was just more of, bro, that's cool, but it's not necessary.
Hit it and move on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to win, we trying to rock.
Yeah.
That's not what we're trying to do right now. That's not the objective. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, definitely.
I saw you comment, or actually, let me ask, how does that? So you've also, battled some vets, some really big names. You had the Danny Myers battle, JC, obviously, Danger Zone, Saga. How do battling the sort of more experienced guys who been in it longer, how does battling them compare to sort of pairing up with them in terms of the sort of the learning experience?
Battling them, I have to view them a certain way to be able to battle them, because a lot of these guys, everybody you name, I was a fan of before I battled. Before they probably even knew who I was. I was a fan of JC, Danger Zone, Saga, and Danny Myers, all of them. So to battle them and to, I feel like, be able to execute properly, I had to not think of them as like who they were in my mind initially. So I had to look at them like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, like I'm better than you. Fuck you talking about? You just got here first. But with Arsonal, like, and linking up with bro, it was just instantly like, okay, it's a different mindset of, yeah, you're the vet, and I'm here to try to soak up game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what I pick up from what, and like I said, instantly, like I don't know, man. Arson's such a he's a forward thinking person, because I think he knew to instantly kind of ease my mind. Because the very first time we talked, he was like, bro, we're equals in this. He was like, yeah, I'm Ars, I'm a legend, but when we go in this, we're equals. So if I got some shit you don't like, let me know. Because if you got some shit I don't like, I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like
giving you the space,
put me at ease. Like, I ain't gotta worry about an ego type thing. You know what
I'm saying?
As equals, you know what I'm saying? And then we just built, man. Like I said, I'm just listening to what he's saying, bro. Like he really took the time to really talk to me about certain shit. Like I'd be like, man, listen to this bar. And he'd be like, listen, bro. You know, I'm not saying it's not dope. Dope, bro.
Yeah, but
there. You know what I'm saying? And it was, like I said, it was a real good learning experience. Real good.
Yeah.
Experience as well.
Yeah. And it must be sort of, because I'm sure you get advice from people all the time, maybe from stuff that you, not whilst you're writing or after you've said some stuff, but when it's somebody who you're battling with, when it's somebody who wants to win with you, who's on your team, so there's a different level of investment.
You know what they're saying is not out of anything or that they don't understand it or whatever.
That's it.
So it's just literally him being like, listen, I just don't think this is going to work for us, because this is my reputation on the line too. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have, and also I wouldn't have requested you if I didn't believe in your ability. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff you said I'm going to like, but there are going to be some times when I'll be like, even if I do like it, I still will know that's not what we need to do for this battle.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. If he said it, we'll talk about it. Cool. And I'll put that shit to the side for a future battle. Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might put it to the side.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I might find some way to adjust it.
Yeah. Yeah. After the Danny battle, there were critiques of sort of you know, being too lyrical or calling it sort of rappity rap. How did you respond to that, or how did you react, and sort of how did that make you feel?
It was a multitude of emotions that, you know what I'm saying, occurred when it first happened, because it was like, you have the side that is the side of me that is the perfectionist and the humble one. I'm listening to everything like, damn. I'm kind of letting it fuck with me like, damn, I just need to change everything up type shit. But then you also have that side of me was like, I'm kind of used to it. My whole career, starting out in South Carolina, coming up, people didn't really fully get what I was doing. I had to kind of like, they had to kind of really listen or whatever the case may be, or it kind of maybe took time for people to kind of like get up on kind of where I was trying to take things.
Yeah.
Then it was two contradictory feelings. It was like, you would say, appreciative and trying to learn, but then also not trying to make it fuck with me too much where I just get too far away from what I do. You know what I mean? Because I do still think what I did wasn't fully understood and appreciated. You know, because the whole battle was a play. Like I was doing a 3-act play with Danny, so it was kind of like a way that I went about it. I don't want to give too much away because I want people to kind of take from it what they will.
Sure.
But it was like, man, I really went to a whole different level with that shit. So it's kind of like, I hear what you're saying, but also, at what point do I get the same benefit of the doubt that the other writers get? You see what I'm saying? Because all the other writers get that, nah, you got to listen or you got to go back. Like Daylight, I don't care who you ask, you're lying if you say you immediately call everything Daylight did when he was against Tay-Rock.
Yeah,
Nobody
did. No way.
No one did.
But do you think because it was such an incredible performance from Danny, such an sort of, you know, who would have beat those 3 rounds from Danny? And I think he had the he was so explosive, and I mean, how do you feel?
I think
Look,
he did real good, but didn't do anything like out of the, he did some really fire
okay,
kid flips and punches.
sure.
It's like he did
Like,
he performed he executed the low hanging fruit very well. That's
okay.
what
But sometimes that's what will win a battle.
and
A
I can't,
battle, yeah,
it's up to for what people want to see. That's why I don't debate with people.
sure.
Like, hey, I feel like then if that's what you like, you know what I'm saying. But that's why I kind of didn't do a lot of interviews afterwards because I didn't want to sound a certain ways. Like, so because like you can't ask me, because if you ask me
Mm.
for what I like out of battle rap and what this is just my opinion, it wasn't that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
Sure, yeah.
what I did for what I like and what like breaking people down and being original in your content and all this other stuff and
Hmm.
defying expectations. Everybody expects you to talk about his wife or this or that. Not
Yeah,
doing none of that. And then,
yeah,
it's just like, no, like I don't think there was but then one person hits on everything that we know we're gonna hear. Okay, the kid chaos, kid flips, like you're doing
yeah.
what is kind of expected. Like, so it's like I feel like in my mind, yeah, I
And it
do.
hasn't come out yet, has it? It's not out on the app yet, has it? So no one's had a chance to even go back and look over it and see what you did, even, to take in maybe stuff that they missed or even judge again. Because when you do have one of those energetic, explosive, performance-based big punches, it can be easy to sort of go, to miss stuff or to just be caught up in that in the moment, and then when you look at the battle with fresh eyes, it looks a very different one, but
And
you haven't had that opportunity
I'm not gonna say that's gonna happen because Danny wasn't bad. Danny,
at all. Yeah.
let me be very clear. Like,
Mm,
regardless of me thinking that was some of the more easier things to do, like kid flips,
mm,
it still was executed well. Danny's
mm.
execution of his material was fucking damn near flawless.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like
And he was brilliant. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's going to change on camp, but
Mm,
I do 100% believe that my material will be more appreciated. You know,
sure, that's what I mean. And no one's had a sort of an opportunity to go back and see, so it enables the sort of the those critiques to hang, because you don't have a chance to go back. But also, so I think, I can't remember what interview it was after the battle. I saw you say, referring to B Dot and Sick, like, is that what I sound like? I think you were talking to Arsonal and you were saying, is that what I sound like?
when I swear I'm not just saying this because anybody knows me knows I have no problem saying it. Sick, I'm a big fan of Sick. And Sick is like an actual like friend. Like
Yeah.
at the events together, we're always kicking it. Like everybody
Hmm.
knows if there's an event and Sick and Chaos is on the card, if you're looking for Chaos, he's with Sick. If you're looking for Sick,
Yeah.
Chaos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I fuck with
Hmm.
Sick. But there were moments, like just being honest, in there, especially their second, where I was just kind of like, you're rapping, but it's like, kind of get to it. Like, you're just rapping at this point. You're just showing how to have a flow pattern and put together multis, but there's not really much punches and there's not even energy with the punches. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
The attempts at humor kind of fell a little flat,
Yeah.
like that. And that's what I told people. I was like, y'all are confusing them rapping similar to them actual having chemistry. I was
Mm.
like, and I don't know if Sick was talking about something different with B-Dot, but I know from my end, I was like, me and Sick probably had better chemistry than him and B-Dot. As far
Yeah.
as actual like chemistry, what
Yeah.
it truly is,
Hmm.
me and Sick probably have more chemistry than him and B-Dot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because we are really cool. So I'm
Yeah.
sure probably a lot of the jokes, if we would have battled and attempted them, they probably would have landed. Because
Sure. Yeah.
off
You've got that natural already rhythm between you, and that, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that ability to sort of play on each other,
Yeah.
play off each other. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, but you saw that, and not only could you see that in your guy, you could sort of reflect that in your own
And so
material.
the art's like, is that what it looked like
Yeah.
sometimes? Because I've never stood in front of somebody who really kind of did what I do. And like Sick, I did battle Sick, and he
Sure.
kind of does what I do. But remember, that Sick was just on it. Like,
Yeah.
his battle was
Yeah.
crazy. Like, he was wilding the whole battle. So I didn't get that feeling. It just
Yeah.
felt like he was on it. But
Hmm.
maybe it was just this particular, but maybe him linking up with B Dot. So maybe things got a little more drawn out. And it was like, oh man, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm looking at ours like, are they rapping longer than us, or just does it feel like they're rapping longer than us? Because it's just like, I'm ready to rap. Like, I'm not even really, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was excited. I told, like, me and Sick was so funny when we went, because we went to get COVID tested before the event. So the day before the face-offs, we get COVID
Yeah.
tested. So we're all out there, like, chilling and talking. And I get mine first, and then Sick just walks up to me. We just start smiling and dap each other up. And he's like, I hate I got to do this, man. Like, like, I don't want to have this feeling like I ain't talked to you in like a month. We have not talked at all. Like, not
Oh,
text,
crazy.
haven't spoken at all. So it's like, bro, I haven't talked to you. Like,
And
nothing.
what was that like, writing for someone that you're so cool with and you're so close with, and normally would, you know, what was that experience like?
Just had, again, like how it was like battling one of the vets that I'm a fan of. I just had to put in my mind, like, man, I just had to think about things. I had to think about them in a way where I didn't like them. And I couldn't not think about that with Sick, because that's my dog. But I just think about a way where, okay, what's just some things I can attack? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
let me try to look at him as not a friend, as just an opponent. What are some things that I can attack? So it was like, okay, the arrogance, or maybe this or that, whatever case may be. I really couldn't think of a whole lot. You know, so that's why a lot of my material was a lot of general shit about him, and then a lot of it aimed at B-Dot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and like, Sick is fucking fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I fucks with him, so it's like, can't think of too much. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, have some kind of general shit.
Yeah. And well, I mean, it worked out well, and you didn't need to sort of take each other down or tear each other down, ruin your relationship or anything.
We talked about it after. He tried to get me, though, calling me the appointment of the class.
Yeah.
And we talked about it after. He's like, bro, I don't really feel that way. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, I know, like, good.
Yeah.
Like,
just something to say.
But it was still executed well. That's how dope Sick is. Regardless if I agree with the angle itself, the way he presented it and executed it was fire.
Sure, yeah. Was that was in the third as well, wasn't it? That third was crazy. What was your favorite sort of moment of the battle? Or experience, or even what was your favorite experience of Double Impact?
Oh man, the camaraderie for one, and not to get too like political or anything like that, but to see so many black men, we get together. There's no bullshit. We there to have a good time, and we rapping, we laughing, joking, drinking, talking shit. That's
making money.
Yeah, making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a good time, impressing thousands of fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably the best feeling. Like, it was just little moments I'll look around, like, look at just all these black men, we just sitting here laughing, and black women around, we just sitting here laughing, joking, and Sick Indian, you know, and we sitting around with all these people of mixed racial heritage and religious beliefs and sexual orientations, and we're just like, we're just having a good time, like doing some shit we love to do, and trying to a place where most of us didn't live or don't go too often. It was just a great feeling. But as far as the battle itself, just honestly linking up with Ars, man. Like, honestly, you got like, and my girl was laughing at it.
Because shout out to your girl there in the background.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
So, we were talking, and we had talked previously about me and my battle career, and we had spoke about Ars, and I was like, I never battle Ars. This is like a year or two ago. That, and I never myself. Well, I'm like, he gets so crazy. I couldn't deal with that, bro. Like, I couldn't deal with, like, he gets disrespect. We be grabbing people and moving. I was like, I couldn't deal with that, bro. I was like, I could never battle. So we was laughing about it. Like, it's so ironic. She's like, I was laughing about that because I'm thinking, look at you teamed up with him now, and like, I'm with him and performing with him, and that's why I was, to go back to your question. It's like, the man has genius, bro. Like, truly, like, he's not a fool. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how people are perceiving it. And he does it for that reason. And because he really doesn't give a fuck. Like, he really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Me and him was bugging out. Like, the first time we kicked, like I said, we didn't write. We just kind of like kicked it. So we watched Guns and Cake versus Loaded Hollows. Just sitting there, just trying to get inspiration. We just watching it. And remember the part where Chess almost kind of chokes?
Yes.
Him his water bottle.
Yeah.
And then Chess grabs it. And the Ars immediately just stands up like, I'd have spit in that shit. That shit. And I was like, bro, like, it wasn't that serious.
Calm down.
I'd spit in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's really him. It's not a character.
Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he knows how people perceive that. So in his mind, he thinks he would have saw it as Hollow was trying to play him. So he
Sure.
took it to it like another level. Like, all right, this route we want to go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how about that? You feel what I'm saying? So like that was a great experience too. Just working with and just seeing how like somebody who's been in it for a while, like what can come from putting in that work. That those so many years, man, so many moments. Arson's given us so much progression. He's given the sport. He's the most viewed battle rapper.
Yeah.
Like he's Mount Rushmore. Period. There is
Yeah.
no there. You cannot debate that he is on Mount Rushmore. It's like
Yeah.
so to see the fruits of that labor. You know what I'm saying? I never forget when I was pulling into a spot and we're talking like he do a little flexing and shit. I'm like, all right, where your apartment at? And he like, yeah, you'll see it's the black Benz in front. It's the only Benz. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it's right. The only one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right, man. You had to say that. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still found your spot without you saying that, but I feel you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was still inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Again, to see a black man who did this on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like for my career, my branding, my work I put in, look what I've gotten. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And get more like shooting a reality TV show. We ran off before the face off. We got tested and then ran and took some drone shots of us rehearsing in the street. Like if you looked at my Instagram, it's some not the shots of the drone, but just some shots of us out there just doing it in the middle of the street. Because this man is constantly working. Right after that, he had a fucking studio session from 12 to 6, 12 at night to 6 in the morning before our battle. So it's like
before your battle.
We were rehearsing.
No way.
Up until that, then he has a studio session for 6 hours, naps for a couple hours, then calls me in the morning like, hey, let's go rehearse. It's a fucking hard work.
He's calling you then in the morning.
That's a hard work.
And then making up shit as he goes along in the battle as well. That's insane.
Up shit as we go
That's insane.
It's crazy. He's a hard.
That's a professional.
That part was probably the next best thing to just because my girl will tell you I'm so big on the work you put in. Stop fucking complaining about what you don't got or what you don't get. If you're not putting in the work and not willing to sleep and sacrifice and eat shit for a while to get what you stop complaining. So see somebody that lives that shit like, man, fuck it. If I don't sleep, I don't sleep. But I'm about to get all this shit. Like, we about to make it happen. Like, that was inspiring to see like a like-minded person and to see what comes from that. You see what I'm saying? Like to see that it pays off. Like to have that theory isn't wrong. Like it pays off. You just got to keep it up. Like I like that shit. I loved it.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I'm not going to keep you. We've had half an hour already, and I know you've got to go and do the prime time show tonight. So I will just ask you quickly. I mean, do you see yourself doing stuff, carry on this 2-on-2 team with Arsonal? Is that a possibility? Because you two are insane together, just so good.
Soon as we got off stage, the very first thing Art said was, "Who next?"
Oh, okay.
Very first thing, like
next.
We walked to the backstage.
Who's next?
I wasn't really paying attention to it, but he immediately went to go check out the votes and how the people voted. So like we just walking, you know, Art has a very loud voice, so it's like he kind of startled me, like he just in my ear, like "dirty nigga," and I'm like, he's like "dirty nigga." What are they talking about? Oh, word. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, after that, he was just like, "Who's next? He just kept saying. So definitely, we both are very much so like, hey.
So who is next? Who you want? Who's next?
Listen, we want whoever. Like I said, I don't really.
Shine and Castro.
Castro and Shine was fucking crazy.
Having funs.
And both of them were honestly. And this is another thing I like about this event. I know I'm about to go in a second. I'm gonna say this. No team disappointed besides obvious end. But as far as the newer guys and putting on,
oh god, they all did incredibly
good. Regardless of who you got winning, everybody gave you what you like out of them. It impressed you. It didn't let you. Everybody showed up.
And showed levels as well. Showed why this matchup, this whole card was such a brilliant idea. And I'm sure from conversations like this, the interviews, the stuff you're going to hear from the battlers, from what they took from it, other than just the performance that we got. Such a great card, such a great night. And what else? Anything? What other sort of objectives? 2021. What are you looking to achieve this year?
Really just continue to build the stock. The Chiller battle has to happen,
Yes.
But whenever that happens, whenever it does. But aside from that, I think me and B-Dot needs to happen too. because he got on my nerves a little bit towards the end of that battle. Like for real, like he got in his feelings and started doing all the extra shit he don't normally do. Like,
and then sort of calling out, he came to the camera and said 3-0 at the end of the
like
battle.
right after we battled, like listen, he confidently feels like he beat Suge, right? Did none of that. But all of a sudden you battle us, you got a real rap 3-0, real rap 3-0.
He also said that I think that the reason that you won is because of your projection. You said you were louder. I think that's basically
thing. He said he was like, we disappointed lyrically and all that stuff. Listen, Ars is my bro, and Ars is a rapping motherfucker. But Ars will also, and he'll say this, he knows how to win, right? So he ain't really worried about trying to be the most lyrical. He worried about winning. But on the flip side of that, he was partnered up with me. If you think we was lacking lyrically, motherfucker, you wasn't listening. So many times. We was wilding, bro. Don't try to make that excuse just because you're not an energetic performer. So you want to try to make up some excuse? No, bro. I'm talking about in our setups, bro. Wilding, crazy layered punches, motherfucker. That we had that shit. Stop. Don't try to twist fans' perspective because you ain't give me that same shit when you say Danny beat me. Because if you want to talk about just straight lyricism, I guarantee you can't say Danny was more lyrical than me. But you want to give him that win. Why? Because he was more energetic and whatever to you. But the difference is with that, I think I had layer punches and was as energetic. I wasn't just sitting there not energetic. I had the facial recognition bar, the confetti shit I shot. I was performing and entertaining. Y'all wasn't doing none of that. So don't, you know what I'm saying? So you can't switch it now. You just was praising somebody for the exact same thing you're trying to condemn us for. What are you talking about? So that's all.
So you got some stuff to say to him.
Yeah.
That's clear. That's clear.
It's like, and don't get me wrong, still a big fan of Beat Out. Beat Out is crazy. It's nothing personal like that. But it's just like, damn, you're really trying hard to kind of take away from this shit. Like, you ain't like you lost the Chiller. A lot of people think you lost the Chiller, even though I think that battle was a lot closer than people trying to make it seem. But you lost the Chiller, and it's like you ain't trying to take that from Chiller. Why all of a sudden? Because I think your arrogance in your mind, we wasn't supposed to even hang with y'all. In your mind, you thought them votes was correct. You thought them votes was exactly 80-20. 80-20. You thought that's how it should be. So the fact that you got dominated on, that bothers you. It fucks with your ego. That's fine. It's cool, bro. Shit happens. But don't sit there and try like we wasn't rapping. But just because people wasn't as receptive to it, bro. Just make the adjustments and let's go. Let's rock from there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is one that will be settled in the ring, but I am gonna let you go now. Thank you so much for taking the time out this evening.
Having me.
Thank you for your performance. Thank you for doing what you do, and just as always, can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Where can people follow you? Where can I must see, and that's the Headshot merch there.
The Headshot shirt, if you want it. I'm probably gonna get a website made within the next couple of weeks, but as of right now, DM me directly. All social medias, Kid Chaos MIA. Kid Chaos MIA, like music is art. DM me on any of that. I'll get to you eventually, get your order in, and music dropping soon. Got some more music coming soon. It's gonna be on all streaming platforms.
Nice.
I'm just trying to get at least a good enough amount of music together so I can start putting out videos consistently and then stuff like that. And then merch and all that. Got a lot of stuff going on. Just stay tuned. And something big, some big battle coming up. Because of course after that, it was just, hey, we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So something coming up soon.
Okay, nice.
We're gonna have a good announcement soon.
Wicked, awesome. Okay, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Go and follow Kid Chaos. Go and support. Go and get that Headshot merch and like the stream, share all that good stuff. We are out.